This afternoon, here we go. Gadget Moosh, one of the two youngest horses at 9, gets away. Glamour horses plank at 12, then back to the vertical, very hard turn. Very tough start, back to 9B. Then down to the Liverpool, enormous over the water, fence number 10. Big Oxes back to back on that circle, but the error comes into the candy combination, I'm afraid. 6 is the mistake. And a brick out of the wall for Nicola Philipparts with this young horse, Gadget Moosh, this afternoon. Well, there's the final fence. No shame in that result. It's 2 down, but on a young horse, it's still a very good afternoon for Nicola Philipparts. He's got a new star for sure. It's only their second 5-star Grand Prix together, a brand new pair at this level. It's 2 down for Nicola Philipparts and Gadget Moosh. 8 penalties for the Belgian superstar, ward number 27. This time 41.6. One of the real contenders for the win this afternoon, the ward number 21. String of second places this year, that is 4 at 5-star Grand Prix or World Cup level this year alone. And the legendary James Can Cruz, the son of Cannon, one of the most seasoned horses in the field, still standing, has got a great cut at the win, the Highlands Cup here. Major League show jumping, but gives a brain juice Oxer a rattle. The front of the Oxer stays. James Can Cruz looks strong in the hand, but Shane, great turn back to the vertical, lost a little bit of energy on the turn. James Can Cruz just gets out over the back of the Big Oxer over water. James Can Cruz, Shane Sweetenham down through the candy combination and still clear. For the first double clear of the Major League show jumping Highlands Cup inaugural edition this afternoon. Shane Sweetenham now turns homebound. The ward number 21, his first Major League start this year, travels now down to the final fence, the GGT footing vertical, and jumps it. There's the first time of a clear round. 42.82 it is. Shane Sweetenham sets the pace in the Highlands Cup this afternoon with his brilliant James Can Cruz. Actually, it's a little bit slower than Nicola Philipparts, which is interesting, bearing in mind Gadget Moosh only 9 years of age. The pace set by the Rolls-Royce James Can Cruz, and it is 42.82. The Australian eyes up her first Major League show jumping Grand Prix win and a Paris Olympic combination as well. Tyza Irwin from New South Wales gets away. This is Highlands to be on course. Spent a decade at Middleburg, Virginia. This mare, she's very quick. But it's irrelevant because it's a rocky start. Tyza Irwin takes out the brain juice Oxer. Very far left flank, and it goes. What a shame. This competition is keeping us on the edge of our seats. It is compelling viewing. It's a real shock. Early mistake from Tyza. Down now to the candy combination and further trouble into the Oxer. Or into the combination, I should say, the vertical. Tyza Irwin back now to that enormous graffiti wall. But it's been a tough jump off round for the Aussie, I'm afraid. Homebound. It's a quick round, but to no avail. 2 down. It is 8 penalties. Tough round for Tyza Irwin. And Healy to be. And it is 8:43.26 was the Australian time. Tough round for Tyza Irwin. I'm afraid in the Highlands Cup jump off that was the first fence.
All right, folks, moving on to our next rider here in the ring, and what a pleasure it is for me to introduce the true legend of showjumping from the United States of America. Put your hands together for McLean Ward. McLean is here for incredible horses, 12-year-old
The next to come, the one number 10, not happy about something at the start. McLean Ward eyes up his very first Major League Showjumping Grand Prix win this afternoon. Not far from his home because he's from Brewston, New York. Six-time Olympian, Paris last year with Ilex. High Star Hero, 5 wins this year already for win number 6. And their first 5-star Grand Prix win as a combination is on the cards. McLean Ward takes on the course of Gregory Bodo for the jump off, and 42.82 his target time for the Roadrunners, the first of their 3 in the jump off, and it's slippery quick. McLean Ward rips down to the Liverpool. Great turn, spins on a sixpence away from the Oxa. Now through the candy combination, High Star Hero still foot on the gas for McLean Ward. James Can Cruz's time must be put to the sword of the Formula World number 1. McLean Ward has got time up his sleeve here. High Star Hero homebound, and he is way ahead on the time, but it doesn't matter. The fine offence falls. McLean Ward 2.28 seconds quicker, but a sickening late mistake from McLean Ward. And High Star Hero, the final fence is on the sand after a brilliant jump off round from this outstanding competitor. 4 penalties, and Shane Sweetnam sees off the challenge. Strong challenge of McLean Ward. James Can Cruz leads after the first 4 of the 12 combinations. The world's elite doing battle here in upstate New York for the Highlands Cup as the world number 10, followed by the world number 13, and in brilliant form won the Queen's Cup in Barcelona last weekend. Gregory Watherley, his great Estonian 15-year-old veteran, ace of hearts, gets on course. But for sure can be quicker than 42.82 of Shane Sweetnam. I'm fairly certain Gregory Watherley makes a good turn back to 9B, the Land Rover Vertical. Ace of hearts now down to the Liverpool inside line from Gregory Watherley. Getaway turn is sharp. Ace of hearts down through the candy combination, and Watherley still clear. 14 seconds now to come home ahead of the Irish time. 42.82 is coming under Watherley vision. Ace of hearts homebound. He's going to be just inside. Yeah, 2/3 of a second exactly inside Shane Sweetnam's time. Gregory Watherley eyes up his first Major League Showjumping Grand Prix win. I don't think it's quite enough this afternoon, but he posts a competitive time. 42.16, leads by 0.66 of a second. Now the turn of one of the 4 10-year-olds this afternoon, the 2 9-year-olds, but the first 4 10-year-olds to come. But this pair, what an outstanding year they enjoyed at Spruce Meadows. They were second in the CPKC International, presented by Rolex, behind Scott Brash and Hallow Jefferson, and second in the Atco Queen Elizabeth II Cup at Spruce Meadows. Carl King, one of 120 turns, Cayenne Z down to the starts. 42.16 is their target time. Carl King storms out over the Brain Juice Oxa. But no, the woes to no avail, runs a little bit flat on takeoff into the Clipman Halls TV plank. It goes. Watherley sees off another strong challenger. Approaching the halfway point of the jump off this afternoon. It's combination 6 of the 12. Carl King now turns Cayenne Z back to the graffiti wall. Jumps it perfectly. Carl King homebound. It was a quick round, but the mistake comes at the Clipman Halls TV plank at 2. It'll be 2 1/4 seconds down on the Belgian time in any case. Carl King drops into 4th place for the Northern Lights. It is the Roadrunners who cite the 16 points at the moment. Gregory Waterley in command of the halfway stage of the fourth leg of Major League Showjumping's 2025 season. This is the Highlands Cup. The transatlantic battle now between Belgium, sitting in first place, Gregory Waterley, 42.16. Comes under the watchful eye of Adrian Sternlich, the new starter. This all same age as Ace of Hearts, at 15 years of age. Facultol S is on the course for Adrian, but the same mistake as Carl King. Kim Horse's plank, I'm afraid, goes. And fence number 12, 162. Facultol busted gut to get out over the back of that Oxer. Enormous Liverpool. Fence 10. Adrian Sternlich, winner of the team gold at the Worlds in Trial back in 2018. Now over the wall. Facultol S is on the home journey. It's been a quick round for this big old bay. Wow, very fast indeed. 0.16, 42 seconds flat. Outstandingly fast, deceptive speed from the son of Verdi. The mistake came, I'm afraid, two in succession to take the top of the plank. Fence 12, this was the error.
We only have 5 left to go. The time of 42.16 is still your reference time, holding on top with the Belgian Gregory Waterley.
This is the scene here at the Highlands Cup as our course team prepare the beautiful main arena surface for the next competitor, just over the halfway point in the jump off this afternoon of this $340,000 Grand Prix. Leg 4 of Major League Showjumping just before the halfway point of the season. We will go for leg 5 next week to Trine, North Carolina, to the beautiful venue of Mark Bellissimo, the host of the World Equestrian Games, as they were back in 2018. Then comes the break, couple of months until the 2 weeks back-to-back at the Desert International Horse Park in La Quinta. Next season we'll go to Kentucky, late April, and the finals then in Monterrey-La Silla. But here we are, Canada's Erin Ballard comes forward, world number 46. And she looks for her second Major League Showjumping victory, having won Thunderbird last year. This horse 10, Favorite 3. He's ready to go for it, I think. Whistle comes up early, Erin Ballard, 42.16. Gregory Waterley is our leading time here. But I think she might be on par with the Belgian. They've got huge ground covering strides on a corner to Blensky now, down to the Candy combo. Erin Ballard down through the middle beautifully. Second Major League Showjumping Grand Prix for them after Angel Stone only. Big distance they see at the wall. Erin Ballard now runs for home. I think she's in touch, or is she? Erin Ballard, no, is slower. Gregory Waterley sees off the Canadian Challenge this afternoon. Way slower, actually. I'm bemused by that. Looked to set off very fast, but must have been some wide homebound turns. Erin Ballard has a double clear this afternoon. That horse only 10. Favorite 3 goes into third place for the Roadrunners. That was the last card for the Roadrunners this afternoon. They lead their third and fourth. They've had an outstanding Highlands Cup Grand Prix here in the Hudson Valley. Four more to come, ladies and gentlemen, and one win in Major League history for Germany. That was Richie Vogel in Monterrey back in 2023. But now this man from Stade in the northwest of Germany, up to the north of Hamburg, Corsica 10, winner of the Hampton Classic last year, is on the course. The European battle, Belgium faces Germany, 42.16. Grand Dittmer is away very quickly here. Corsica, the 12-year-old mare, rattles across the Land Rover vertical and a very much cut turn to the Liverpool, and I think quicker. Dittmer double cleared. Hickstead down through the double. Candy's combination, and Corsica is lightning down to the wall here. 10 seconds now to come home ahead of Gregory Wathele. Rene Dittmer now turns down to the final fence. He's going to be just ahead of the Belgian. Yeah, 0.15. Richie Vogel's reaction. It's exciting to see. 0.15 is the advantage. Rene Dittmer cites his first Major League show jumping win this afternoon. Corsica 10 leads with just 3 more to come. What a round from Rene Dittmer. Corsica 10 is out in first place.
She's joined the Major League Showjumping Tour. Put your hands together for the United States own Marilyn Little and La Contessa. Ready to take their 42.01 reference time set by Rene Dittmer this year.
The last for the home nation, and this lady comes in with the hungry look about her. Little La Contessa went very fast in the Brain Juice qualifier. They were 5th in that class. Their form this year has been outstanding in the Grand Prix. 8th, 7th and 4th. It's been an upward trajectory. Can they now get on the podium? 42.01 of Rene Dittmer. Little now sights. La Contessa still 10. Deep into the plank, but gets away with it. Little scuttles around the turn to 9B and angles that sharply. La Contessa right on the inside line. Back of the Liverpool cleared. Little down into the combination. I'm not sure quicker at this point than Rene Dittmer. I am not certain. La Contessa down to the wall, and the mistake, I'm afraid, comes brick out of the wall for the American. My word, this mare was fast. She was in touch, just about. 0.35 only was the disadvantage. That's Ray Little in the hat looking on. His daughter comes within a third of a second, but the mistake came at the wall. 162. I'm afraid for Marilyn Little and La Contessa. So Marilyn Little goes down into 7th place for the Rainmakers. Rene Dittmer leads Helios out in front as they try and bag 16 points in the team battle for Major League Showjumping's 5th season, with 2 to come. Ireland and Israel, the country standing. Those little girls trying to get up into prime time viewing, maybe, to watch the last 2 of the Highlands Cup Grand Prix this afternoon. The next to start, and this man looks for his 2nd Major League Showjumping Grand Prix win, having won in trial last year. This man won the Rolex Grand Prix, the Major. Spruce Meadows back in 2016, and Conor Swale brings Clonte Moblenski to the start. This horse only 9 years of age. This horse at his very first Major League Showjumping Grand Prix this afternoon. And a 5-star winner, Spruce Meadows, back in mid-June this year. Castellano won for Conor in Tryon fall of last season. It was time 42.01. Conor Swale down to the big Liverpool. Clears it. But is he quicker? I'm not certain. Corsica was very, very fast. Conor on this young horse in 9. Jumped the American Gold Cup last outing. Lost time when they approached the wall, I think. The win chances evaporating from Conor Swale as his fingers sit. Yeah, he's not going for broke here. Intelligent riding from Conor. This horse, a stunning prospect, but just too young at 9 to really race around the course. They've in fact only jumped 1 5-star Grand Prix prior to coming to Highlands Cup here in upstate New York, so very early days in their new partnership. It's going to be a double clear though for Conor Swale, and Clonte Moblenski at 9 Up in 5th place goes the youngest horse actually in our top 5 at 9 years of age. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we sit very, very anticipantly because 42.01 Dittmer's time. And Daniel Blumen, war number 15, treble Olympian, eyes up. His 4th Major League Showjumping Grand Prix win this afternoon to match the 4 for both Carl Cook and Ken Farrington. Winners of leg 2 at Angelstone, Toronto take centre stage. Corby VV, at 10 years of age, daughter of Colin Zablensky, gets on course. 42.01 of Rene comes under Israeli fire. And for Maccabi United, the turn is wide, I'm afraid. Very wide back, the Land Rover vertical. Daniel Bloom's going to have to do something remarkable now to pull this out of the fire for the win. Corby down to the candy combination. Cuts very fast back to the wall. But 10 seconds now and a brick out of the wall, I'm afraid. It will be a Dittmer victory this afternoon at the Highlands Cup. Boy, oh boy. Daniel Blumen comes home, but yeah, Corby just too strong. 200 under the collar, I'm afraid, to get the turn back to that Land Rover vertical. And the mistake came at the wall down at the top end of the stadium.